Welcome to the first issue impressions. I'll be talking a little about Ghosted and Wild Blue Yonder. Please take everything here as possible spoilers. Image's Ghosted starts with a brutal life in a prison. You can imagine the awful situation, so I won't go into the details. This is where the main character, Jackson T. Winters, is introduced. There is a panel that sort of sums up how he feels about the whole thing. As he lay in bed at night staring at a picture of a beach, he looked forward to the day he dies, as he wouldn't have to go through the horrors in his life. The panel shows his eyes closed, his face smiling and relaxed. It was as if he'd been released from all the surrounding torment. It isn't long before he's broken out and taken to a wealthy yet eccentric man's home. This man has all kinds of strange collections like mummified hand, strange skull and other oddities. He wants Winters to somehow steal a ghost for his collection. Part of the premise involves Jackson bringing together a group of people, skeptic, magician, ghost hunters, and a mystic type to do this job, so he won't get sent back to prison. In a way, it's like Ocean's 11 meets Poltergeist. Sort of. And you guessed it, they go to a manor with a very nasty past. The ending of the first issue is, well, I have a feeling that any number of things can happen. Given how the story started out, I'm almost certain that there will be macabre scenes as the story plays out, and the characters may well meet gruesome ends. Winters might probably wish he was back in his prison cells after all. Next up, we have IDW's Wild Blue Yonder. Some might describe it as Mad Max in the skies, but that isn't exactly right. It is quite visually striking. Character designs, airship designs, the environment, and the general grim world are all presented quite clearly. Though some might find that the characters' complexions are too clean and clothing is not well worn enough. For example, the boots of one person who performs hard labor aren't scuffed or contain any snow or mud. These differences seem to go against the stark surrounding. On the other hand, I like to think it's a way to bring these larger-than-life characters forward from the background, almost like a way to stand out. The post-apocalyptic world is harsh, bloody, and violent. Those that are able and lucky enough to travel in giant airships escape the polluted life on ground level. But even in the skies, they struggle to survive. One of the biggest fleet belongs to an enigmatic leader called Judge. He commands a flying fortress called the Executioner. They are hunting a legendary ship that appears to be powered by the sunlight, the Dawn. Cola, as far as I can tell, is the main character of the story. She's a pilot whose clothes are practical in the context of the story, so there's no low-cut top with exposed cleavage. She travels to a bar seeking a replacement crewmate. When she finds him, she asks if he has any family and responded he didn't, but he seemed to show some kind of connection to the grizzled bartender named Carter. He was the person who originally and perhaps reluctantly introduced the new teammate to Cola. I can't help but think that maybe Carter might be part of his family, or maybe there was some kind of conspiracy, but nothing is revealed yet in this issue. And of course there is an exciting aerial dogfights involving people with rocket packs. You'll get to learn a bit more about the Judge, his crude methods, and his obsession at finding the Dawn. I look forward to seeing more of this series. Thank you.